Oh yeah. And a little extra maple flavor. Again, this is our McGriddle, so we want it to be a little bit McGriddly. And there we go. Happy Valentine's Day. We are about to make a sausage McGriddle shaped like a heart for Valentine's Day. Like McDonald's sausage McGriddle, but heart-shaped and extra large. So we are going to need some pancake mix. If you're not going to make it from scratch, go ahead and get you some box mix. This is Dolly Parton's, $3 at Walmart. And you're going to need some ground sausage for the ground sausage breakfast patties. And this is regular flavored. You can get hot or mild, whatever you prefer. Just ground sausage. And 3/4 cup water for your pancake mix. And then we're going to need some maple syrup to add to get the McGriddle flavor. So we got our mixing bowls here, and we got a little pan. We're going to go ahead and mix together our pancake mix, and then we'll be ready to start cooking. So this calls for 1 cup of pancake mix, but I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, so we're going to do 1.5. All right, 1.5 cup pancake mix. One cup. And then we have a 1/2 cup. All right, and then we're going to add our 3/4 cup of water. And we're just basically following the directions on the back of the box. And then we're going to mix this together till we got a nice little consistent pancake consistency. And then we're going to also add the maple syrup to this. So it does look like it needs some more water, but we'll see what it looks like after we add our maple syrup. And make sure it does say pure maple syrup. The ingredients is only maple syrup. Some of these I saw at the store said like sugar and water and no maple syrup at all. So make sure it says maple syrup. And we're going to do 3 tablespoons. So let's pop the top and pour in here. So that is 1, 2, 3. And then we will mix that in and see if it's the right consistency. Pancake mix, you want to be runny enough to get it onto your pan, but yet thick enough to fluffen up to a pancake. You don't want it too runny and you don't want it too thick. So we're at a perfect consistency here after adding our 3 tablespoons of maple syrup. And of course this mix is just add water mix, which I like a lot if I'm going to be getting a pancake mix. That way literally I don't have to add the eggs and the oil or anything else. Just the water. Makes it easy. Done. There's our pancake mix. So I'm going to pour our pancake mix into here because this is my little trick to pouring pancakes. So it's just a clear measuring cup, and I'm going to pour my batter into it. So it'll be all ready to pour into the pan. So we have our sausage ready to go, and we're going to actually just kind of mold the sausage patty into the pan. So we're going to do our pancakes first, and then we're going to make our sausage patties. Okay, so when I make pancakes, I do like to rub a little bit of butter into my pan. This is it's about $8 at Walmart. It's butter before they add additives to it, so it's like real butter, original butter, and it's 100% healthy for you. It is digestible fats and none of the bad stuff. So it's like, it tastes like butter and it looks like butter. No, I'm just kidding. It's actually more watery than butter, but I'm just going to put a little bit on my napkin here. Just a little bit like that. And I'm just going to use this napkin to keep my pan. It is a non-stick, but I find it just kind of adds a little crispy crunch, just a little crunch to the edge of the pancake. So we will keep this handy to the side. And we're going to turn on our stove to medium. Eggs and pancakes do good on a medium heat. Once you have one of these, you're probably not going to want one of those little McGriddles from McDonald's. Alright, so I can see that my pan is sweating a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pour it kind of in a heart-shaped, just so that I know that the dough is going to fill up the entire, there we go, pancake. There we go. So, we're going to cook that until it bubbles, and then we're going to flip it. So I'm going to dip my knife in butter here, and I'm going to just go around the edges and make sure that it's not sticking. And this is a nice non-stick pan, so it is going to come out pretty easy. I just want to make sure that the edges are have a little bit more lubrication around them so that it doesn't stick to the pan and it comes out to be a perfect heart shaped. So it's almost ready to turn over. You can see right here, as you can tell, it's cooked around the edges. So the pan's a little bit hotter on this side than this side. But we basically want this cooked look on the edge of the pancake. That way by the time we flip it, enough of the bottom will be cooked. And let's see if we can get this to flip over. So I'm actually probably going to maybe pop it up with my knife here. And get my napkin with the butter, and there we go, butter that side of the pan and flip it back over. Oh, look how pretty that is, and we can actually get that off the pan. Erase our little mess there. And not too bad, huh? For my first pan heart-shaped pancake. Pretty cool, huh? So we are going to put these onto a plate, and we're going to put this plate in the air fryer to keep them warm while we finish making the rest of it. Because I only have one pan. I guess if I were to order this again, I'd probably order 2 pans. So I could cook 2 at one time. But 1 is fine too. And I usually like to just kind of press in the middle. And if you don't hear any sizzles, it's usually because it's cooked all the way through. Let's see if we can see the back side. Oh, look, that's lovely. It's a lovely pancake we have here. We'll just let it cook for 1 more second to get a little less doughy. And it retained its heart shape pretty well. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my heat back down to medium now that we got my pan nice and hot. And there we go. Our first heart-shaped McGriddle. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get my pan lubed here again. I still have some butter on my napkin, so you can tell my pan's pretty hot. I've turned down my temperature so it doesn't burn. We got our butter in there, and we're going to go ahead and spread this out. And then we'll give it a nice little jiggle just so it gets the pan shape. And we'll get ready with our butter for after we flip. We'll just set that to the side so it's ready to go. And of course this one's cooking much faster. Alright, here we go. Improvise. And then let's put our butter back down. We almost had it. There we go. Just kind of ease it on in to your pan. There we go. And just flatten it back down. It's cool, you can't really miss it. Just turns into a heart even if you try to mess it up. So cool, we got 2 down and 2 more to go. And then we'll put those in our air fryer while we wait on our sausage ones to cook. And we have completed, let's flip this over and make sure it's cooked all the way through. Perfect, we've completed our McGriddles. So we're going to put these in our air fryer. Look how cool those came out. And they're pretty perfectly heart-shaped, yeah? Let's get to a close-up without dropping it. So there's our heart-shaped McGriddles. Let's go ahead and put this in the air fryer. And now we are going to wipe off any residue pancake mix with your butter napkin there. And we're actually going to hand make our sausage patties. So I'm going to just cut a chunk off and I'm going to smash it down into a heart shape. So we're going to smash this together like that. And now we just need another piece right here. And we can take it off the heat for just a second so we can make sure it's smashed together in the right shape. Be careful not to burn yourself. And of course, once I get it more in the shape I like, I can squish it down with a spatula and make it look even better. So, just use my spatula here to get my corners round and my sides straight and push it together in the middle. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Look at that. A nice thick sausage McGriddle, heart-shaped sausage patty. Okay. And then we do want to, this is raw sausage, so you do want to make sure it is thoroughly cooked and your hands are washed. Okay. So our sausage patty here is probably ready to flip. I'm going to go ahead and flip that as fast as possible. And we will need a couple paper towels to get the grease off when we're done cooking it. So again, we just want to make sure that the sausage is fully cooked. I do have it on high at this point. I want it nice and cooked. And it's still a little tender. So we're going to cook it a little bit longer. Make sure it's all the way. Alright, let's see how it is looking on the other side. Oh yeah, beautiful. I like my sausage nice and crispy like that. Let's just get a little crisp again on the back side. And then we'll get the grease off it. And we'll put our sandwich together. So you're welcome to use maple syrup. It is a little bit richer, so I'm going to go ahead and use just a little bit of regular syrup to glue them together and to give it a little bit extra of a breakfast maple flavor. So let's go ahead and take this off the heat and smother it in paper towels. Put that somewhere to cool off. Do not put it in water. I just don't want my pan to burn, so I'm going to wipe this off real quick. And Teflon is okay unless you burn it or scratch it or chip it. So I try really hard to keep my Teflon pans from ruining. Okay, let's get... Alright, so I have my pancakes out from the air fryer, and they are still nice and hot. I'm going to go ahead and put my first pancake face down on my plate. And then we are going to take our heart sausage. Oh, sorry. We're going to take syrup, and we are going to just put a tiny little ring of syrup. Just like a little bit of glue to hold it together. Okay. And then we are going to put our heart-shaped sausage, which came out pretty close to heart-shaped. And we're going to go ahead and put that on there. then again, we're going to put one more. Actually, oh, that was hot. Oh, we already did that, didn't we? Okay. Alright, so then we're going to go ahead and put another little layer of syrup down for a little bit of glue and a little extra maple flavor. Again, this is our McGriddle, so we want it to be a little bit McGriddly. And there we go. Forgot that was hot. Okay. So if you like extra syrup, please, by all means, use extra syrup. And this is going to be hot because the sausage just came right off the stove. But let's go ahead and give it a try. Smells so good. Oh yeah. The pancake batter. You can taste the syrup in the pancake batter, and the breakfast sausage tastes just like the sausage McGriddle you would have at McDonald's. So here is my Copycat Valentine's Day version of McDonald's sausage McGriddle. I hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for a lot of other fun and creative dishes.